Hey, it's me, YoshiDude64, the guy who makes robot videos sometimes. I'm here to talk about exported variables in Godot because I think that they're very cool and makes level design very easy. So I suppose I'll just start off by grabbing one of my objects that uses exported variables. So let me just drop this into this. This is just a test scene for test purposes. I don't have standardized character sizes yet, which is kind of no good icky on my part, but I just kind of scale based on whoever the character is. Anyway, when you look at this NPC character here, you can see that it has all these special fields that are custom made by me. And so you can name your character whatever you want. Let me see if I have any characters in here that I haven't made yet. Well, that's okay. I will grab a character and drop her in. In fact, I'll do my newest character. I'll do Alice. So if I just go ahead and I suppose I should show this off too. Scrap NPCs, Alice, and then I grab her files, so her blink, her speak, and her stand sprites. And then I need to make a folder in here, new folder. And you just give her a name. You select that folder, and now you just drag and drop her parts for her character. And then the really nice thing is I don't have to do any fancy code. I don't have to enter um, I don't have to enter an editor. I don't have to write or I do have to enter an editor, of course, but I don't have to write a single line of code. And just like that, wrong scene, my bad. Let me try that again. Just like that, Alice is here. She is backwards, and that's okay. That's part of the process. And if an NPC is backwards, you just flip them like that, and I believe that should fix the issue. So now, yep, okay. And you can hear that her voice probably doesn't sound like what you think she would sound like. So you can actually modify the speaking pitch of the character with this variable here. So let's say she has a bit of a higher pitched voice like that. That's more like it. So it's a little finicky. Yep, and so now we can even change what she says too. And so we can change her text block style as well to match her color scheme a little better, have that brown and yellow color scheme. And then you can also create a text file here. So if I were to do under Alice, if I were to create a new text file, let me see here. Create new script. Create. Oh yeah, and we need to apply a character name. So we're just going to name her Alice in the top right there. So now, whoops, I don't want a script. That's not what I want. I want, I need a text file. That's it. So we're just going to call it alicespeak.txt. And then we can just do something like name Alice text hello world. And then if we run that, oh, right, I didn't set the file. I didn't set the file. So if we go back and we set the dialog file to be alice.txt, now it shouldn't crash. It's crashing because it's trying to talk to Natasha, and Natasha does not exist anymore. So you can see. Huzzah! Ain't that handy? So that's just one of the wonderful things I can do with imported variables. Let's take a look at another thing that we can do. So that camera region is a little bit boring. Well, first, let me make the level wider. Let me make the level nice and wide. So if you make the level very wide, now all of a sudden, this camera angle, pardon me, this camera angle is icky. It does not serve the purpose that we want it to. So if we go back to the editor, we can grab a camera control region here, which is another thing that's made of exported variables. You can see it the default camera offset and all of that. Let's set it to follow mode. I like these parameters. These are good to start with. And then we assign a region. So we get this collision shape. So we can assign a region. And we give the shape a shape. And we make it a box. And then 50 by 50 by 50, like that. And then we do this, and we bring it over. And then, here, I've got an idea. So we're going to have this here. Then we're going to have, okay, it doesn't like it when I do that, but it can complain all at once. It's not going to make it any better. All right, so we're going to put this guy here. We're going to put this guy here. So then we can apply some different stuff here. So like, we do like -40 on this guy and 0. So that's going to make the camera rotate 90 degrees whenever you enter that region. And we'll do +40 and 0 on this one. So they'll be opposites. So now we've got this camera style here. We walk into this camera region and it becomes this camera style. And we can go back, re-enter the original camera region, goes back to the original style, and then we go this way and enters that other style. Pretty nifty. Another very wonderful use case of exported variables where we can say, when you're in this box, when you enter this box, change the camera mode to this mode. Very, very handy. I use that all of the time. All of the time. So say I wanted an item. So I put an item in the scene. And I bring it over. The item is invisible. No, I'm holding the wrong thing. No, I need to put an item in the scene. I put the script in the scene, that's why. So you put the item in the scene. And now you can see it's backwards, so I gotta flip it. Okay, flipped. And also my light source isn't working with it because it's not actually facing it. I might just make it so that items are unshaded, like make them always have full bright. Anyway, so then I can set the item ID here. This is not the best way to do it. I'm probably going to do a drop-down enumeration once I know what all the items are, just to make it a little bit easier. And then you can select the item type if it's a core or an item. I don't have items implemented yet. You can set it if it's a shop item or not, this little checkbox here. So like, if you want people to pay for it, then you set the checkbox, and then you have to pay money before you can actually grab the item, but everything else is the same. And then you can set the shop cost. So let's say you do have to pay for it, but it's only 10, it's on sale. And so we get this. Okay, and this is it actually was the right way around. It was correct, and then I made it incorrect again. So let me flip you around. And also that was that's a valid item. It's just I don't have the sprite for it. So let me try. Whoops, wrong button. Let me try this. So now you can grab it. Very cool. The lighting on that was completely broken though. change that around. There we go. Now the lighting's correct. You can walk up to it and you can buy it. And then it goes into your inventory, just like that. So yeah, I think exported variables are really cool because they let you focus a little less on handwriting code. It makes things more reliable. It's easier to build things with it. It's drag and drop. It's drag and drop. You put in the work ahead of time, you do the hard code ahead of time, and then everything is very easy from there on out. So yeah, I hope this was interesting and or useful to anybody who's using Godot or into Godot. Please use these. It makes your workflow a lot faster and a lot easier. Anyway, bye bye.